So how is Axel going to avoid being killed? Hey everyone, and welcome to Princess Gay. I'm your host Connie, and today we are here with episode 10 of Lazarus. And yeah, this is an interesting development. We have a hitman being hired by some government dudes to hunt down and kill Axel. All right. That's fascinating. I mean, we know it's not going to work, but like, how are we are we going to have to kill the government guy? How is this going to end up going down? On top of that, we also have the fact that Skinner has announced that he's going to actually be the first person to die from this, from Hapna. And so that kind of even puts their time even tighter to find him. Because if they don't find him, like, in time, everyone's screwed. There's no coming back from it. And on top of that, we have some kind of pill or something that Chris found that they're going to get analyzed. So that could be something. We had the entire meeting and Leland trying to be used as a insider, but it ended up not working out because of his connections. He ended up staying loyal, which is good. I mean, of course shit's gonna get more intense. Shit's gonna get a lot more crazy. And I'm just wondering, okay, what's gonna happen next? I guess there's no other way to find out than to just continue watching. So I don't really have much of anything else to say here. Let's just get into it. Hold up just a sec. Before you click that link down in the description below to get to today's video, I want to remind you of all the awesome content we have both on this channel and the Princess of Gaming channel. Let's check it out. And we are back, and we'll begin with spoilers in 3, 2, 1, now. So I believe it was either last episode or episode before or something like that, just recently, I think it was last episode, that they said Axel was, the key to all of this. Which doesn't entirely surprise me, main character energy, But we didn't really know what was meant by that, and now we do. We find out that there were this drug experimentation that was going on at the prison he was at, and he's the only one who has survived those tests. After he escaped, all the other inmates died, but he survived, which it means he's probably the key to all of this, and maybe even the cure. There's something to him specifically. We don't know exactly what it is. We don't know, the deal behind it, but still. And I said it reminded me of Ellie from The Last of Us. At this point, it's not a spoiler because it's been so long since the games came out. Even though the show is, newer, especially with Season 2, it's, still, it's the same basic story. So I shouldn't have to worry about spoilers, but if you don't want spoilers for whatever reason, just skip ahead a little bit. In The Last of Us, Ellie is one of the two main characters. There's Ellie and Joel. And Ellie is immune to the infection, the cordyceps infection that causes the quote-unquote zombification. They're not like zombies in a traditional sense, but it's close enough. It's basically zombies. She's immune to this, and it's unsure how, but whatever the case is, she won't turn. And so, kind of the end of the first game tackles the entire thing. Like, she's taken in by the Fireflies to be used as a cure. Her life is more than likely going to have to be forfeited for that cure, but it will more than likely be successful. And we've actually found out recently, the director, Neil Druckmann, said, oh, yeah, it would have succeeded. Like, it's pretty much 100% guaranteed it would have succeeded. And the thing is, it's would have, because the first game ends with Joel breaking into the Fireflies facility, killing everyone in his path, and rescuing her. Taking her out, even killing the leader of the Fireflies, Marlene, and bringing her back to his brother's commune, I guess you could call it. And the big, like, thing with that scene is, like, even back when the first game came out and everything, it's a kind of a controversial scene because it, like, makes you question, is Joel in the right or the wrong? The answer is he was in the wrong, by the way. It's, like, not even a question. But people still debated that. And so here, we see kind of a similar thing, I feel. Axel might be immune to Hapna, but there might be even more to it. His DNA might be able to create a cure in the same way that Ellie's would have in The Last of Us. And I'm curious if Skinner had some connection to this prison and the doctor in that prison in relation to all of this, and that's maybe even more why he's the key. I don't know. But we also see in this that this is the reason why the government guys are trying to kill Axel. Why they're hiring this assassin. Because they want to cover up what happened in that prison. It was, not particularly legal or ethical. Human experimentation, So they want to cover that up, and Axel's really the only one who could rat them out at this point. So he is being very specifically targeted. And we also see Elena is now going to go, like, meet with Popcorn Wizard, so we're getting follow-up on that finally. And Doug's going with her, so that's going to be pretty exciting to see that followed up on, because I've been waiting for that. And we finally got the backstory on Leland that we were all, like, waiting for. Leland was, like I said, kind of the most mysterious member of the group still. He's had plenty of screen time. He's had plenty of moments to shine. But he hasn't really, like, gotten as much backstory and depth as the other characters yet. He's kind of been the most mysterious of the group. And so we finally find out the truth. He's the only living heir to this aristocratic family, because his sister doesn't qualify because of the entire the heir has to be male thing, which I love how they called out the bullshit on that, this inherent sexism of that. But he refuses to take his place there for a number of reasons, and one of which being that he's the illegitimate son of his father, which makes him a half sister or a half brother to his sister. So he very clearly has his misgivings about that, about the fact that that he was born out of, cheating, his father cheating with a mistress. And we can also see that he seemingly didn't believe he had the best relationship with his father, though it seems like his father talked well about him. And we see, like, how his sister is, like, angry at him and, like, slapping him and stuff, but it's very obvious she missed him a lot and she cares greatly for him. And with him being her only living family, it makes sense. He's like literally all she has, and he's been gone for 4 years, ignoring the family, ignoring their wealth, ignoring all of that because he just doesn't want it. But that in turn has been, causing him to ignore her, which she's not exactly happy with. Because that even ends up being her stipulation for helping them with the medical facility. It's like she just wants him to spend time with her. She just wants her brother back, man. And like that's real. That's believable. Usually when you see like rich people in real life or even in a lot of media, their wealth is definitely kind of their biggest thing. But I do also like it when you see that, like, oh, these people were born into wealth. They didn't choose it, and they don't entirely like it. You can see her reaction, like, when the suitor thing is brought up. She's like, I've seen all these suitors, and they only wanted me for my money. They didn't care about me. I hated that. She doesn't care about her money or status. She wants people to like her for who she is, and that's why she loves her brother, because he doesn't care about any of that either. That's why he left. We see that these are two young people. Like, she's older, but it's unclear by how much. Like, Leland's like, what, 15? 16 maybe? I'd say she's probably around 20. She's a few years older than him. But yeah, they're both young. They grew up into this. They didn't have a choice. But we see that neither of them are entirely comfortable with it. And that they just, want relationships and people to care about them as people and stuff. So it's good characterization there. We also get to see this secret medical facility that the wealthy elite use. And we get to see Millie, who is this doctor who has, connections with their family, and Leland knows. And we find out there that Skinner, in the past few years, did get a heart transplant. He did get a mechanical heart put in. And she even gave them the data that would not help them directly find him, but lead to where he's being monitored, which is still a massive lead. They've gotten a huge amount of information. They got a massive lead to find him, not to mention with what Elena and Doug are going to be doing, and with the footage of the airport incident that happened in the past. It's like there's a lot of big information finally being revealed. It's really starting to kind of hit its stride, and this is, I think it's only a single course season. I don't think this is going to be that long. It's not like Carol and Tuesday, which was like 2 cours. This is a single course, so we're like nearing the end of this. I think this has 13 episodes, if I remember seeing right. So 1 more episode than like Zenshu. But it's like, this is going to be a pretty wild set of final episodes. Because on top of like dealing with like the assassin, dealing with tracking down Popcorn Wizard and these other leads, it's like we have so much to follow through with. And in the series, we only have 6 days. We have less than a week left. This is going to be crazy. This is going to like really ramp up in the end. And I'm pumped. Shinichiro Watanabe just is an absolute genius. Like, again, even if I think some of his works are a little overrated, like Cowboy Bebop, I think is like treated way too like much as like the savior of anime. It's like all his works that I've seen are still good. And Like this definitely feels more in line with the quality of Carol and Tuesday for me, which is a big deal. It's not as good as Carol and Tuesday in my opinion, but it's closer to that than it is to Space Dandy or Cowboy Bebop or even Samurai Champloo. Although you can see the influences of like everything that he's worked on in here. So much of his signatures are in here, and it's great. Um, yeah, this series has been an absolute blast, and I'm gonna be sad to eventually see it end, but we've still got a few more episodes to go before that happens. Let's just see how things get even crazier from here. In the meantime, tell me in the comments below, what did you think of this episode of Lazarus? And thank you so much as always for tuning in. I'm Connie and I'm signing off. See y'all next time.